Have you ever found yourself struggling to learn something quickly? Perhaps it was preparing for a presentation overnight or mastering a new skill. The traditional methods of study often lead to frustration and limited retention. In this video, we will explore 5 innovative mind tricks that will enable you to learn anything fast, breaking away from the conventional approach. Number 1. The sleep sandwich method. Picture having to do a presentation with only one day to get ready. Usually, people try to cram a lot of information into their heads, thinking it works. But studies show that staying up late and cramming actually stops your brain from storing information well. Scientists suggest a more efficient method called sleep sandwich. Instead of cramming all night, this method says to study first, let your brain soak in the info, and then make sure to get a good night's sleep. This way, while you're sleeping, your brain is working to remember what you learned. Cramming doesn't give your brain enough time to do that. So, by choosing the sleep sandwich, you're making sure your brain has the best chance to remember what you studied, making it stick in your memory for a longer time. Number 2. Practicing in pieces. Your brain isn't designed to store massive amounts of information at once. The truth lies in understanding the limitations of our brain's capacity for information absorption. Instead of going through all your notes in a single marathon study session, this technique advocates for a more mindful and gradual approach, breaking down your study sessions into smaller, more manageable portions. Practicing in pieces capitalizes on the brain's ability to focus, retain, and consolidate information in more digestible increments. By segmenting your study material into manageable sections, you create a more conducive environment for active learning and optimal cognitive processing. This technique not only enhances your ability to retain information but also promotes a more sustainable and enjoyable learning experience. Rather than feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of content, you empower your brain to engage more deeply with each piece, fostering a comprehensive understanding of the material. Number 3. Listening to music. For many, having some tunes playing in the background makes studying a lot more enjoyable. The strategic use of music has profound effects on the learning process, constituting more than a mere background soundtrack. Studies have shown that certain types of tunes can create the perfect setting for learning by getting different parts of your brain involved. The beat and melodies act like helpers, making your brain better at taking in and holding on to information. Music doesn't just stop there, it's also like a memory superhero. When you pair it with what you're studying, it becomes a kind of secret code for your brain. This double teamwork of hearing and thinking helps lock in the information in your memory. One cool thing about having music on while you study is how it can be a stress buster. The calming effect of music has been proven to ease stress, making it easier for you to really focus and learn well. As the stress levels drop, it's like removing roadblocks that might get in the way of your brain working at its very best. Number 4. Chewing gum. Chewing gum isn't just for freshening your breath, it can also help your brain learn faster. Scientifically backed by several studies, chewing gum has been proven to be a valuable ally in the quest for improved learning outcomes. One prominent advantage is the enhancement of alertness. The repetitive motion of chewing prompts increased blood flow to the brain, awakening neural pathways and boosting overall cognitive function. This heightened state of alertness creates a great mental environment for absorbing new information. In addition to alertness, chewing gum has demonstrated its prowess in stress reduction. The act of chewing serves as a subtle yet effective stress-relieving mechanism. It has been observed that individuals who chew gum experience lower stress levels compared to their non-chewing counterparts. This stress-reducing quality is particularly beneficial in high-pressure learning situations, allowing for a more focused and composed approach to studying. Number 5. Doing things the hard way. When it comes to learning, shortcuts are not always the best approach. Taking the harder, more challenging path often leads to more effective and lasting results. A prime example of this principle is found in the choice between handwriting and typing notes. Typing notes on a computer seems faster and more efficient than the old-fashioned way of handwriting. However, when we take a closer look, we find that despite its seeming disadvantages, handwriting is actually a powerful way to learn. Writing by hand makes you go at a slower pace, which helps you think more about what you're learning. This intentional slowdown is really important for learning because it makes your brain process information more carefully, leading to a better understanding of the material. Also, the physical act of shaping letters and words with your hand creates a sensory connection that helps the information stick in your memory, The hard road shows us that real and lasting learning usually requires some difficulty and hard work. When you decide to take the tougher path on purpose, you can develop a deeper understanding that goes beyond quick fixes. This helps you on a journey to truly master what you're learning.